Greetings to all fellow seniors and cultivators. You know that feeling, right? It's like you're being pulled in two completely different directions. One part of you really wants to be disciplined and kind and wise, but then there's this other part that gets tugged towards, fleeting desires, or maybe a flash of anger, or just plain old laziness. It can feel like this constant back and forth, a real battle between your best self and your impulses. Well, if you've ever felt that, you're not alone. This isn't some modern problem, it's a timeless human struggle. And what's amazing is that for centuries, ancient Taoist wisdom has offered a powerful map, not just to understand this inner war, but to actually navigate a path toward a lasting, genuine peace. These teachings give us a framework, a way to see our own consciousness by giving names to these two warring factions. On one side, we have what's called the human mind, and on the other, the Tao mind. Just understanding the difference between these two, well, that's the first major step toward finding some inner harmony. So let's get to know these two fundamental aspects of who we are. One is like a wild runaway horse. It's powerful, it's chaotic, it's just full of raw energy. The other, it's like a delicate, flickering candle. It's subtle, it's pure, and it's so easy to miss. First up, the human mind. Now, this is the mind we're probably most familiar with, right? It's born from our personality, our upbringing, all the things that have shaped us in this world. It's the source of our cravings, our fears, our pride, our anger. Basically, it's the loud voice of our ego. And the ancient texts, they don't mince words about this. They call it dangerous and unstable. Now, why such strong language? Well, think about it. When the human mind is the one in charge, it's totally blind and out of control. It chases after every little distraction and reacts emotionally to everything, always looking for the next thing to satisfy it, which, of course, just leads to more turmoil. But we also have another mind, a deeper consciousness. And this is the Tao mind. This one doesn't come from our worldly experiences. It actually arises from our true, original spiritual nature, what some people might call our soul or our higher self. This is that quiet voice of our conscience. It's the source of our innate wisdom, our compassion, and that deep, unshakable peace that's always there, right underneath all the surface noise. The texts describe this mind as subtle and difficult to see, and that's such a perfect description. It really is like a flickering candle in a storm. Its light is pure, it's true, but all the winds from the human mind, our worries, our desires, our distractions, they can so easily overwhelm it. It can make it seem like it's not even there, but it always is. Okay, so let's just put it all out there side by side. The contrast is pretty stark, isn't it? On one hand, you have the human mind, dangerous, unstable, like a wild horse. It's loud, demanding, and it's the source of our suffering. On the other hand, you have the Tao mind, subtle, pure, like a flickering candle. It's quiet, it's our conscience, and it leads us to wisdom. The entire inner journey, really, is about learning to hear the whisper of the Tao mind over the roar of the human mind. So, now that we've kind of defined the battlefield, what's the path to peace? How in the world do we tame that wild horse and protect that tiny flickering flame? Well, the answer lies in a process the ancients called cultivation. And cultivation is not a passive thing. It's a conscious, moment-to-moment choice to listen to that inner wisdom and let it take the reins. It's about training that rational, clear-seeing part of ourselves to guide the powerful, emotional energy of the human mind, instead of just being dragged along for the ride. Now, here's a really crucial point. This isn't about destroying the human mind. Our desires and our emotions, they're a part of being human. The goal is to harmonize them, to bring them into balance so they serve our higher purpose. And for this, Taoist practice offers a very specific, very practical toolkit, which is known as the three treasures. What's so amazing about this is how practical it gets. The whole guiding principle is something called Liu Shizheng, which basically means constant 24/7 awareness. It's a call to maintain this gentle watchfulness over our inner state, not just when we're sitting down to meditate, but while we're working, eating, talking to people, all the time. And the method is beautifully simple. First, we just commit to that constant awareness. Second, we learn to guard the holy gate, which is a way of anchoring our attention to a specific inner focal point. And third, we actively use the three treasures. These are the powerful tools we pull out to bring an agitated mind right back to a state of calm. So let's break these down. The first treasure is the holy gate. Think of this like an anchor for your attention. You know how your mind, that monkey mind, just loves to leap from one thought to the next, from a worry to a distraction? Well, the holy gate gives it a home base. By gently resting your awareness on this specific inner point, you give your mind a place to settle down, and that act alone starts to quiet all the internal noise. The second treasure is the holy mantra. Now, this isn't a word you chant out loud. It's more like a silent, internal frequency that you learn to tune into. Imagine it like a subtle, calming hum that's always there underneath the noise of your thoughts. So when distractions or intense emotions pop up, instead of fighting them, you just gently return your attention to this inner resonance. It acts like a shield, protecting your inner peace from the chaos of the human mind. And the third treasure is the holy mudra. This is a specific hand gesture that serves as a physical anchor for your whole practice. By holding this mudra, you unify your mind and your body, and you ground your energy. It's a physical reminder of the inner work you're doing, and it turns your cultivation from something that's purely mental into a truly holistic practice that involves your entire being. So, what's the result of all of this? When you consistently apply these methods, something really incredible begins to happen. It's more than just feeling a little bit calmer. It's a fundamental shift in your entire way of being. The ancients actually viewed this whole process as a kind of spiritual alchemy. The human mind, with all its messy, painful, chaotic energy, that's the base metal, that's the lead. It's heavy, it's dull. But through the steady, patient practice of cultivation, guided by the light of the Tao Mind, that very same energy gets purified and transformed. The lead of suffering is literally transmuted into the pure gold of wisdom, compassion, and true freedom. And this is really the ultimate takeaway. The goal is not to kill the ego or eliminate desire. The goal is to illuminate it. The war within isn't won by force, it's won by awareness. By letting that quiet, subtle, unwavering light of our true nature, the Tao Mind, infuse and guide the powerful, energetic human mind, we don't just win a battle. We achieve a beautiful, harmonious union. We become whole. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Gratitude for the grace of heaven and the virtues of the teachers. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.